welcome to the first ever Vista Pointe Church. What are we calling this? An eCast?
eCast.
Okay, eCast. That's what we're going to call it. So electronic broadcast. Right?
Sure.
That's what the E stands for?
No, the E stands for evangelism.
It always stands for evangelism, everything we do. I'm CJ Addison, the senior pastor here at Vista Pointe Church. Really almost about a year in the saddle.
Yes, sir.
So we're finally doing one. It took us a year, but we're consistent. And if you've been in my sermons, you know I can take more than a year to go through a book. So time's irrelevant. I'm here with my co-host Chuckles. Chuckles is the children's ministry pastor, youth pastor, family life pastor.
Whatever you want to call me.
Hey Chuckles.
There you go.
The pastor, and a big part of our ministry is working with kids and families, of course. And so he's here, and we're going to be doing one of these once a week. And it's an invitation to you guys out there in the church to be able to even ask questions in the future. Hopefully, have some interviews, get some people involved.
Yeah, we'll definitely get some special guests out, have them come out and do the thing with it. So this is our first eCast. We're going to start talking about what is an eCast.
It's our first one.
So as our first eCast, talk about the eCast. And I really understand the eCast, I think we need to talk about Vista Pointe.
Right.
So I know you've done some research on Vista Pointe and what Vista Pointe is and what it means. You tell us a little bit about that?
Well, extensively, I did a lot of work in the Greek and the Hebrew, some Aramaic, Ugaritic, and then some Latin, and to figure out what Vista Pointe means.
Right.
There was a time in the history of this church that if you were to walk out the front doors or the side doors of our building, you'd be able to see off into the distance, and that was the issue of Vista, that it was high enough point in the community you could kind of look around like, what a neat Vista Point. But that no longer exists, and much like a lot of things we're dealing with, change happens. So our Vista now is our view of the future. What we see God doing, that we're looking out there, it captures our imagination. And the word point, I love this word because it means a lot to me and you, because we're big into ballet.
Absolutely.
I've seen you dance.
Pirouette.
You know, you only need to see it once, and there it is. And when I put on my unitard, it shuts things down.
It is a sight to see.
So why are we using that language? Well, point, if you look it up, P-O-I-N-T-E, stands for an artistic move that is precise, and it lends to the whole beauty of a dance. It's what ballerinas do when they point their toes.
Right, I can do that.
Yes. I cramp. It starts in my calf, works its way up, so I don't tend to do that. But the point for us is, it's an issue of precision. What are we precisely about doing here at Vista Pointe?
Right.
What is the point? And for us, it's about making Jesus Christ known, making disciples, impacting our community with the gospel. And what we do when we come together as a church is to train, equip, motivate, and give opportunities for our church community to partner with other Christians to reach Hobbs.
Right.
And so the point for us is to be like Jesus.
Right.
You know, take up your cross, follow me. Hebrews 12 says, fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. He's our Vista Point. And the E in Vista Point stands for evangelism.
Absolutely, evangelism. So we got a lot coming up. The point today, what we're trying to get to is we got a lot of schedule items coming up this year. So New Year's Eve today as we film. Tomorrow is a whole new year.
Woo!
So as we look at the new year, we look at going forward, we got a big meeting coming up. So this week's episode is about getting back to business.
Right.
So what are some things we're going to be talking about in our business meeting coming up on Wednesday?
Here's the major things you need to understand. We're going to be talking about our bylaws, changes to the bylaws, and changes to the way we budget and how we do things like faith giving and our missionaries, trying to bring things in along with the best standards and practices of 501c3 churches, and to make sure that we're giving people the opportunity to fund the church as a mission agency.
Right.
Probably the biggest change in our mindset is going to be looking at the church as the first line mission agency.
Okay, that's good. I like that. So people come, anyone can come?
Yeah,
Is everyone invited?
If you consider yourself a worshiping part of this church, you know, you come to Sundays, your family's involved, or if you're even looking at the church, we got a lot of new people.
Yeah, so we just want people that just want some more information. They can come out and kind of see the business of the church.
Well, one thing that can frustrate you out there in eCast land is that when changes are happening rapidly, how do you understand what those are?
Right.
How do you get input? And that's why this eCast exists. That we'll do more of these so we can explain, answer questions, and give forums to people.
Right.
So that's important. If you're a visitor, you're looking into our church, you want to come January the 4th at
6:15.
6:15. And you know our church, we start on time, so be here at 6:15. For you military guys, that's 18:15. 1,815 hours.
Absolutely.
Be here for that.
Absolutely. So we're taking a break right now from Awana. This Wednesday night, no Awana. Next week we pick it back up. A couple big things coming up. Springtime's rolling out. Awana Grand Prix is fixing to kick up.
Now,
that's coming up.
Grand Prix, that's where you get the wooden cars.
Yep, Pinewood Derby style racing.
Where the kids do the cars.
Yep, kids
mostly,
do the cars.
We get out big, dangerous pieces of equipment.
Yeah, saws and absolutely.
Welding torches.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. I love those things.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. We had our first annual Grand Prix last year. This year will be the second one. Expecting a lot of things coming out of that. It's a big calendar event coming up. Youth group is also for Inside Out Student Ministries. We've got a big lock-in coming up towards the end of February. It's going to be multiple churches together. Big push towards outreach evangelism. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that coming up. So I know in the preaching series in Sunday mornings, right? We've got a change of pace happening.
Yeah, we're going to take a break on Acts. I know. You guys love the pace we're doing through Acts. We got another 2.5 years and we'll be done. But we're going to take do a preaching series that's going to be part of all the changes that we're going on here at the church. And so it's going to be looking at that. And the whole idea is we want to be resolute. And the idea about resolute, this time of year everybody wants to do
resolutions.
Right. What's one of your resolutions?
Oh, man. I think I graduate from college is definitely one of my resolutions this year.
Double banger, yeah. I think we all, how many of us out there want Chuckles to graduate this year? Okay. The whole world, I can see.
Sure.
ISIS wants you to graduate. That's how important that is.
That's definitely a big one.
So those are the important things. There's been rumors that there might be a camp out later in the spring.
Yep, we're working on it. I don't have any details yet. Maybe next week.
Okay, so just keep doing that. If we do that, we're going to want some adult help.
Definitely, absolutely. Yeah, anyone who wants to be part of it, we'd love to have more people come out. That would be great. I think we're about out of time for this week.
Yep.
So we'll have to work on cutting them shorter next time. Or
we go longer, whichever.
However. Right?
Yeah, whatever it takes.
So, but either way, we're about out of time this week. So thank you guys for watching. CJ Addis.
Check the website.
Absolutely.
Facebook.
Chuckles. Thanks for watching the eCast.
God loves you. Out here.